Today, I'll be sharing insights from a remarkable book titled The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. This book is a treasure trove of wisdom for anyone struggling with common issues like overthinking, worry, anxiety, and negative thought patterns. Chapter 1 introduces a compelling concept: you are distinct from your mind. Imagine your body as a sophisticated apparatus loaded with various tools. Just like any tool, it's crucial to use your mental and physical resources wisely, returning them to their rightful place after use. Overuse of any tool leads to wear and tear, and this principle applies to your mind too. Surprisingly, we often overlook the need to rest our most potent tool, the mind, which is perpetually engaged in endless internal dialogues about our fears, forgetfulness, and future anxieties. This incessant thinking is likened to a harmful addiction. An addiction, by definition, is something we can't easily refuse or shut off. If you find yourself unable to pause your thoughts or identify an off switch, you're facing a genuine addiction that's detrimental to your well-being. Overthinking is a primary culprit behind much of our pain, stress, and dissatisfaction. Despite its prevalence, making it seem normal, it is far from it. We wouldn't hesitate to label someone speaking their thoughts out loud on the street as unwell, yet silently running a constant stream of thoughts is no less concerning. Eckhart Tolle offers a solution: focus on the present. The now is all we truly possess. Engaging fully in the moment can be practiced through simple activities. Take washing your hands, for example. Notice the water flowing over your hands, the scent of the soap, the sound of running water, and the feel of the towel. Initially, your attention may waver, drifting to past or future concerns. When this happens, simply observe your mind without judgment or frustration. This practice of observing your thoughts, referred to as watching the thinker, helps you recognize that you are not your mind. There's the thinker, your mind, and the observer, you, highlighting a clear distinction. As you cultivate presence, you'll begin to see through the mind's distractions and no longer be ensnared by its repetitive, often negative patterns. By stepping back and observing, you detach from the mental noise and gain freedom from the mental constructs that previously defined your existence. Through the power of now, Tolle guides us towards a liberating realization. By anchoring ourselves in the present, we can transcend the limitations of our overactive minds and embrace a state of peace and clarity. In Chapter 2, titled Consciousness, The Way Out of Pain, the discussion pivots to how we deal with emotional pain and negativity from our childhood onwards. According to the author, Eckhart Tolle, these negative experiences don't just vanish, they accumulate within us, eventually morphing into what he refers to as a pain body. For some, this pain body is constantly active, while for others, specific triggers can awaken it. Have you ever wondered why a simple comment can make someone explode in anger, or why a single word can ruin your entire day, plunging you into anger or depression? This disproportionate emotional reaction to minor provocations is the work of the pain body. It's a parasitic entity that feeds on your attention, masquerading as your true self, but, in reality, it's not you. It's a manifestation of your ego, a false sense of identity crafted from external influences and past traumas. The pain body thrives in darkness, feeding off negative emotions. The key to overcoming the pain body lies in awareness and presence. By staying alert and observing its emergence without judgment or analysis, you can prevent it from taking control. Recognizing it as the pain body and not your true self helps to diminish its power over you. Presence, or being in the moment, acts as a light that dispels the darkness the pain body needs to survive. Tolle suggests a simple experiment to demonstrate this concept. Pause for a moment and observe your mind, as if waiting for a thought to emerge. Often, in this state of heightened awareness, thoughts are slow to appear, if they do at all. This exercise illustrates the essence of the power of now and the transformative power of being present. When fully engaged in the present moment, the mind's grip on us loosens, offering a path out of pain and towards a state of peace and clarity. In Chapter 3, titled Moving Deeply into the Now, the focus shifts to the intricate relationship between time and the mind, illustrating how they're essentially intertwined. Eckhart Tolle proposes an interesting thought experiment. If humans were absent from Earth, leaving only plants and animals, the concept of time as we know it would cease to exist. For instance, an owl wouldn't understand the concept of time. For it, only the present moment, the now, exists. This analogy helps us understand that the past and future are like the moon. They don't have their own light, but reflect the light from the present, the now. Tolle introduces the idea of clock time as a practical tool for setting goals and organizing our lives, distinguishing it from psychological time, which is rooted in past memories and future projections. Living in psychological time traps us in a cycle of stress, constantly regretting the past or fearing the future, and ultimately prevents us from experiencing the present moment. The author shares a personal reflection on the futility of living for the future, a state that dismisses the present moment and leads to a perpetual state of dissatisfaction. He emphasizes that happiness and fulfillment cannot be found in reaching destinations or achieving goals, but rather in the journey and the present moment itself. The act of climbing Everest is used as a metaphor to illustrate this point. The value and happiness lie not in being transported to the peak, but in the experience of the climb. Tolle suggests that if we were to solve all our problems instantly, our minds would soon create new ones because our minds need time to conceptualize and label situations as problems. This insight leads to the understanding that real challenges, like an unexpected wild animal appearing, are immediate and don't afford the luxury of being pondered over time as problems. This chapter invites readers to question the true source of happiness and challenges the belief that it lies in the future or in the achievement of goals. It encourages living in the present moment, dealing with challenges as they come, and recognizing that the mind's tendency to project into the future or dwell on the past is a significant source of unhappiness. Eckhart Tolle's exploration of the present moment offers a profound shift in perspective. In the here and now, we often find that we have no real problems. This revelation encourages us not to dismiss life's challenges, but to see them as situations requiring our attention, not our worry. This approach transforms our interaction with the moment, moving us from a state of problem-focused anxiety to one of presence and action. The practice of being present, whether through mindfulness in everyday tasks or dedicated meditation, unveils the mind's tendencies and brings us back to the now. Realizing when we are not present becomes the very act that anchors us in the present, highlighting a path to personal peace and effective handling of life's true challenges. As we conclude this summary of the power of now, I invite you to share your thoughts on these concepts. Have you experienced a shift in your own life by embracing the present moment? How do you practice being present in your daily activities? Please share your insights in the comments below. And if you found this summary insightful, consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Your support helps us continue producing content that can make a significant difference in our lives, focusing on growth, mindfulness, and the power of living in the now.